Good morning, everyone. Well, today I am scrapbooking Granddaughter Prom again from 2024, and this is her senior prom. And I had these two pictures left that I had not scrapbooked, and they were like close up, kind of shows her jewelry, her wrist corsage. So I wanted to get these in here, and I only have, I think, 2 pieces of paper left from this collection, and they're all going to be in her album like in a row, so it'll be almost like a little mini selection of pictures of that prom. So this paper is just spectacular. I'm not going to cut it in any way because I just love it so much. And here's the back, which is pretty too. Kind of looks like wallpaper to me, which I love wallpaper, so I mean, I love that too, but this is the paper. And so anyway, I'm gonna put it so that she's kind of here in the center, and maybe, let's see, this gives me about 2 1/4 and 2 1/4 on each side, so probably right about there. I'm thinking, is that where, I think this is about where I want it. Maybe up just a hair, or 2 hairs. So right around there. And this is the hardest part, taking off and putting tape down. Okay. So I think about here. Okay, and then I'm gonna tuck this in. Oh, and the reason I can see these back here is I've matted these in gold. I didn't want to matte in white, and I tried another blue, but you know, it just like blended in, so I thought the gold looked really good with her complexion and everything, so I decided on that. Okay, let's see. I'm not quite where I want to be, but is it bothering me? I think that's actually pretty good right here. It's like about 2 1/4 over here. It's about 2 1/2 over here. So I don't know, maybe I'll try to bring it back just a hair. Did I move it at all? Barely. Okay, maybe I'll try to move this over just a little bit. And then move this over a little. Okay. Is that it? It didn't move a thing. Okay, I did get this a little closer. Okay, maybe this is right, because you know what? I need to have this up a little higher. So, okay, that's pretty close. Okay. Because I want them almost level here. Okay. And then I'm going to be tucking some things in. I have this frame, which I could probably cut off a little bit of it, just so I don't have to tuck so much. And because I'm going to tuck it into about here. So I'll do this, because I can always tuck this in someplace else. Okay. Except for I think I've done all the tucking I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to have it right about there. And this was one of the 3x4 cut aparts, and I just cut around the edge and I'm not using, or you know, I just cut around the edge so it wouldn't be a rectangle, but it would be, okay, is this my spot, or is this my thing I want up here? Yes, it is. Okay, now I gotta figure out which way it goes. Details, details. Okay, I think it goes like this. Let me get it where it's supposed to be. And this I'm tucking in. Lots of times I don't tuck in flowers because I think I want to see the whole flower. But today I'm going to tuck it in because her flowers are right here and I want you to see those. But I still wanted a cluster of flowers here. Okay. And then I have some butterflies that I'm going to put up here. Okay, and I guess I need my glue. And I'm just gluing where the body of the butterfly is. And I've got the wings up on dimensionals. And I'm gonna stick that butterfly here like it's gonna land on the flowers. Okay, and then I've got another butterfly that's also one of those ones that, you know, that they're directional or whatever. I don't know how to explain them. But they're not like a half a butterfly, they are directional. Because you still see both the wings. Okay, and I'm going to put this like it landed on the frame. And if you hear bombing, it's because Camp Atterbury is bombing again. It's like they've been really busy. I'll tell you, between the bombing and the thunderstorm we had, well, there might have been a tornado. I'll tell you, it sure looked like it. There was so much debris flying around, and then there was so much debris in the yard. And there was a place that, I mean, if there was a tornado here, it went over us. But in about 45 miles west of us, they were hit. And luckily, nobody was killed. I haven't heard how big of a tornado it was. But I'll tell you, we sure have had active weather. Okay, and I've got another little frame, and this one's an oval. And I also have a clock. I think I have a clock on every one of the layouts. Because you know, that 12 o'clock thing is really important in the Cinderella story. So I'm putting it in there. Okay, so I'm sticking this in here too, and I'm also tucking that in. You know, usually I leave my pictures kind of taped in the middle and usually don't tuck anything in, but today I am. Okay, so I have another little cluster of flowers, and I have them up on dimensionals, and this time I am gonna overlap the picture just a little bit. And I also have a white rose. You know, this collection is primarily blue, so sometimes to kind of show the color, I'll stick something white in there to kind of so that it kind of stands out. So I've stuck the rose back there, and then I've got these blue flowers in front of it. Okay, and I also have, I think I have 2 butterflies over here, don't I? I'm supposed to. Did I glue them somewhere else? I think this is one of them. Okay. So I got another one of the bigger directional ones. Oh, I just painted my nails and they just want to stick to everything I'm touching. Ah. So, yeah, Atterbury is bombing, and also today is so windy. It's just been crazy. Oh, and I'm filming this ahead, so you're gonna go, oh, I don't remember there being a tornado on the day before. So let's see, I'm talking about Friday the 16th, I think. Okay. And today is actually Saturday the 17th. I got a bunch of stuff I gotta do today. I gotta make deviled eggs. I tell you, it must be my forte. I'm always getting asked to make deviled eggs. Okay, and this little, I'm gonna call it a mirror frame. I'm gonna put one of these butterflies on that. So I've got a cluster here and a cluster here. And now I'm gonna build another cluster here. So I am gonna glue this down a little. Okay, and now to figure out how my layers are gonna go. Okay, I've got this ticket that was down at the bottom of one of the papers I cut yesterday. And it says, live like there's no midnight. And I love that. I just love that. You know how every time you're a teenager, it's like time just goes so fast. If you're having fun. Now if you're working, not so much. Okay, so I'm gonna stick that down here at the bottom of the one picture, and I'm gonna put it at that same angle as her picture is. And then I have this beautiful floral. I just love how this one looks. With a little dangly here. And so I'm gonna put that there. Kind of in the middle. And I think I got a little glue there in the center. I'm trying to fix that. And I'm gonna glue some of these little dangly areas, or you know, little thin areas, because otherwise they'll be too hard to get later. And get some on this side too. This one especially, because it looks like I almost tried to cut it off. Okay, and I'm gonna put this kind of here in the middle. I don't want to cover up any of the words, but I've kind of got this cluster, this beautiful floral cluster, and I just want it to look like it's draping down. Okay, and then I've got the shoe on a pillow, because you know, the clock and the shoe are very important to the story. And I've got, now it looks, and I actually poked them out because I was gonna, it looks like a eyelet there. And I punched them out because I thought about running some ribbon down there, and then I decided against it. So now I'm covering it up. Well, I'd have probably covered it up anyhow because it just looked like an eyelet. Okay, and I don't have that covered up, but it was close. Okay. And then I've got the shoes, I should say glass slippers, and the pillow. They're up on dimensionals too. And I'm gonna put that right here on top of that little gold medallion, whatever it is, just to kind of set it off, because otherwise you could hardly see the shoe. Okay, and then I have the woman's crown, and it's really funny because my favorite Elizabeth Warren was the Cinderella, and it's the mother-in-law. This is the style crown she had. The mother-in-law to be. So I thought, oh, it's so perfect. It's just like that one. And I'm just gonna kind of dangle it here. It's gonna overlap the picture just slightly. Okay, and then I have, let's see, I've got the magic wand. And I'm gonna glue the little stick part because it is super skinny. So there's no putting dimensionals underneath that. But I do have a dimensional underneath the little star part of the wand. And I'm just gonna lay it across this floral and just a little bit across the crown. And then I made a little bow because, you know, I was thinking about putting it over there, but I thought I'm just gonna tuck it into her flowers. And I think I'm gonna stick it into this side, even though it's gonna be overlapping the stuff that's there. And I'm afraid I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna push it down with that for a second. And it seems like it's not drying, but it will. Okay, but I'm gonna need my glue. Oh, I have one more butterfly, and I'm gonna stick it here. I was thinking about sticking it on the shoe. I think I'll stick it here on the little pillow and maybe have it turned, maybe there. And this one is so tiny, I'm not bothering to put any dimensionals underneath it. Okay, and then I have these little gems that my daughter that gave me all the haul stuff gave me a long time ago. She's like, I don't use these anymore, do you want them? It's like, yes I do. And today I'm gonna use some of them. You think I can get some of these little ones out? Because her jewelry is like rhinestones, and there might be some pearls mixed in with her flowers. And I'm just gonna use those as my enamel dots. So I'm just gonna decide where I want them. And put some glue. And let's see, maybe one in here. Okay, I'm gonna start with those. Where's my pickup tool? Here it is. And let's see here. I'm gonna go for 2 different sizes. Let's see if I can pick them up with my pickup tool. I just sharpened it. It should be, oh, and I dropped it right in the glue. Okay, let me try that again. Oh, now I've totally dropped that altogether. Okay, I'm gonna try dropping it here. Get it right side up. Okay, I'm gonna stick a bigger one over here. Okay, and I'm just gonna throw these around. Okay, I got it to be right side up. And then I've got one of the tinier ones. I kind of used a lot of the smallest ones, so there's not too many small ones. Okay, where do I want another one? I think I want one up in here. And maybe another one in here. So I'm gonna go for these smaller ones now. Okay, so I've got 5 down here and maybe 3 up in here. Oh, I got a little bit of tape rolled up in here. Let me roll it off. Okay. I think I'm gonna, maybe one there and one down here a little bit. Well, you know what? That looks like the one that had the glue on it. Can I move it? I'm gonna have to make sure that's not put back in the case unless I get it cleaned off. Okay, I'm gonna throw a couple over here. Oh, you know what? I think I just pushed wax onto it. That's why it looked dull on the top. Okay, I think I got it off. I just pushed on it so hard I covered it with wax. Okay, I'll have to be more careful. Okay, yep, that worked better. Okay, and I think I'll stick one up in here. Okay, and then I want some over here. And where do I want the next one? Maybe one up in here. Yeah, I was pushing way too hard on those. That was funny. It's like, why does that look like there's glue? That explains it all. Okay. Okay, now I do have little pearls here too. And I'm gonna sneak a little pearl into every little spot. Maybe just one. And I can't tell if there's 2 sizes here or 3. They're so close together if they are. Well, jeepers. That is hard to get off there. I think I picked up another sticky. Okay. Okay, and I'm gonna stick one in here someplace. Let's stick it down here just a little bit. And maybe one of the small ones too. See if I can get it off me. I think right at the bottom of this. Okay. And let's stick one up in here. Okay, do I want any more little pearls in place? Maybe I'll stick one by the shoe too. One of the small ones. Okay. I think that's good. I think it's just little fun accents. Okay, so that's it. I think it looks lovely. And I will have close-ups at the end. And I will see you tomorrow, and I'll be doing the very last one tomorrow. So thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful and blessed day, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.